Next part is genomic library or cDNA library. Now using restriction endonuclease, suppose we have made 5 fragments of our DNA sample. So this is our DNA sample. For this DNA sample, now we have to study this DNA sample. Okay. So to study this DNA sample, we will digest this with enzyme restriction endonuclease. And suppose we have 5 bands or 5 fragments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. आपल्याला 5 fragments मिळाले with the restriction endonuclease. Okay. And you want to study all these fragments. Okay, so one by one we want to study these fragments. Which genes are present on which fragment? Okay, what is role of these genes when the genes get expressed? You want to study all the genes, but that one by one. You want to study this fragment first, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this. Okay, now how to store these fragments? When we are studying fragment number 1, what to do with fragment number 2, 3, 4, 5? Discard them, throw them. Again, if you want to study fragment number 2, मग त्यावेळेला काय करायचं? बाकीच्या फेकून द्यायच्या का? Okay. What about other fragments? So त्यासाठी काय करायचं आहे? All these fragments are not discarded. These fragments are separated and they are separately added to a vector. Suppose here vector we are using this plasmid. So in one plasmid we will add fragment number 1. Okay, so this plasmid will carry fragment number 1 with it. Okay, second fragment we will take different plasmid and we will add second fragment to that plasmid. So we have another plasmid carrying fragment number 2. Okay, suppose this fragment is added in another plasmid. So we have different plasmid carrying large fragment number 3. Okay, so likewise we have 5 different plasmids for 5 different fragments of our DNA. Is it clear? काय केलं आपण? DNA सॅम्पल घेतलं, त्याचं फ्रॅगमेंटेशन केलं आणि प्रत्येक फ्रॅगमेंट आपण सेपरेट केली, आयसोलेट केली, and we added each fragment separately on some plasmids. Okay, now we will allow this plasmid to infect E. coli, and we have labeled this that these E. coli colonies have our fragment number 1. So entire colony of this E. coli is carrying fragment number 1. So we have one colony carrying fragment number 1 of our genome. We have another colony carrying fragment number 2 of our genome. We have another colony of E. coli carrying fragment number 3. We have another colony carrying fragment number 4 and another colony carrying fragment number 5. So suppose you want to study fragment number 1, all these E. coli will carry their respective fragments and they will keep on dividing, and in all successive generations they will carry the fragment which we have given them. Till then, let us focus on fragment number 1. We will study all the genes present on fragment number 1, what is their role and all. After that, take second colony, take out the DNA which we have inserted and study that fragment. Okay, after that, next colony, next colony. So all these 5 colonies together represent entire DNA of our interest, right? This is called as genomic library. So genomic library is collection of all E. coli colony, and all these E. coli colony together carry entire genome of organism of our interest. Is it clear?
Yes.
का नाही कळलं? आर्याला कळलं, मधुराला कळलं, रुद्र, मयुरी, यश?
Understood.
वेरी गुड. ओके, सो लाइब्रेरी में जैसे बुक्स होते हैं, ऑल दीज बुक्स टुगेदर रिप्रेजेंट अ पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट. Similarly, here we are using different colonies. These colonies together will represent entire genome. So here I have taken very small example of 5 fragments, but in humans there can be hundreds of fragments. Okay, so these hundreds of fragments are separated and each fragment is separately added in plasmid and E. coli. So all these 100 colonies will represent human genome. Okay, इसका advantage क्या है? Whenever you want to study fragment number 3, you need not start from DNA sample. ओके वापस उस ऑर्गेनिज्म का डीएनए सैंपल ले लो, टिश्यू ले लो, उसमें से डीएनए आइसोलेट करो, उसमें से रिस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियस का डाइजेशन करो, फ्रेगमेंटेशन करो एंड देन पिक फ्रेगमेंट नंबर 3. इतना सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिंपली टेक कॉलोनी नंबर 3, उसका प्लाज्मिड निकाल लो, उस प्लाज्मिड में हमारे बहुत सारे डीएनए हैं. ओके, दैट इज एडवांटेज. क्लियर है? ओके, सो आई विल रीड दिस पार्ट फ्रॉम योर टेक्स्ट बुक. Do you know on page number 278? Gene library is a collection of different DNA sequences from an organism where each sequence has been cloned into a vector for ease of purification. So clone किया मतलब क्या? हमने plasmid में डाल के E. coli में डाल दिया. All the E. coli cells have gene of our interest. That means this DNA is amplified. उसके बहुत सारे copies बने हैं ये colony में. So colony में बहुत सारे copies बने हैं. That means it is cloned. ओके, सो जब हम कॉलोनी से डीएनए एक्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे हमें सिर्फ एक फ्रैगमेंट नहीं मिलेंगे, जितने सेल्स हैं उतने सारे फ्रैगमेंट्स हमें मिल जाएंगे. ओके, सो वी आर गेटिंग मोर नंबर, दैट मींस क्लोन्स और एम्प्लीफाइड फ्रैगमेंट्स ऑफ डीएनए. ओके, so it is easy for purification, storage and analysis. There are two types of gene libraries on the basis of the source of DNA used. First, genomic library. It is a collection of clones that represent complete genome of an organism. The genomic library or prokaryotes can be constructed by using plasmid vector. But it is because prokaryotic genome does not contain repetitive DNA. ये समझा है? I want you to draw this diagram for your understanding. So this is DNA sample. ये है restriction endonucleus के recognition sequences where it has made cuts. So हमने क्या किया? Fragment number 1, fragment 2, 3, 4, 5. We have added in different plasmid, and these different plasmids we are allowed to infect E. coli. ओके, ये ड्रॉ करके रखो. ओके, सो प्रोकैरियोटिक जीनोम जो होता है उसमें इंट्रॉन्स भी नहीं होते हैं. व्हाट आर इंट्रॉन्स? और रिपीटेटिव डीएनए और नॉन कोडिंग सीक्वेंस ऑफ डीएनए. हाँ, करेक्ट, एक्सॉन्स कोडिंग असतात. ओके, सो दिस इज एक्सॉन्स कोडिंग असतात आणि इंट्रॉन्स नॉन कोडिंग असतात आणि म्हणून आपण म्हणतो की इंट्रॉन्स आर इंटरनलाइज्ड अँड रिमूव्ड. Okay, so if it is a eukaryotic DNA, then in eukaryotic DNA there is DNA which codes for something that is a gene, and in between there are some sequences which actually do not code for anything. Okay, So these unwanted sequences are there in between the eukaryotic DNA. And this unwanted sequence, where exactly these unwanted sequences are, we cannot identify. Okay,